The government of Finland, together with the Päijät-Häme District Court, has outrightly insulted Mr. Simon, who happens to be the leader of the USB movement. Yes, the government of Finland has insulted Simon. So the question here is, how did the court of law situated in Finland and the government of Finland throw shades at Mr. Simon, a man held in Kilamäkoski Correctional Center? Well, a couple of days back, we made a briefing and we made a video stating categorically that the court of law in Finland has granted Mr. Simon a tentative bail, meaning that the court of law in Finland has granted Simon bail, a possible bail that will take effect this week. But as we speak, things has changed. The government of Finland, together with the Päijät-Häme District Court, came out yesterday and informed Mr. Simon's lawyer, his new lawyer in the person of Carl Gumeres, that if he wants his client, that is, if he wants Simon to receive a full bail, Mr. Simon needs to fulfill some bail conditions. And in this video, I shall be discussing and exposing the bail conditions enlisted by the government of Finland, so you can see how insults and shades were thrown at Simon. Yes. So let's kick off this video starting with the very first bail condition that Simon must meet before he can gain or receive a tentative bail. Yes, and some of the conditions enlisted by the government of Finland are highly insultive in nature. So let's take a look at these conditions one after the other. The very first one is that Simon must sign a document stating categorically that he is not going to use his social media platform. Yes, that Mr. Simon shouldn't use any social media platform on his devices to post any content, to react to any content, to like any content or whatsoever. Yes, that if Mr. Simon wants to receive a full bail, I should sign a document stating that he will not use his social media platform in any way, shape or form. Yes, this very first bail condition is actually fair. It's not insultive in nature, and we all understand why the court of law would want Simon to sign a document stating that he's not going to use his social media platform to post, react, like, or comment on any particular activity on the net. Yes, because sometime last month, the former lawyer representing Mr. Simon in the court of law in the person of Ika Kopra submitted a file asking the Päijät-Häme District Court to grant his client, Mr. Simon, bail. But the court came out and made a statement that if they grant Mr. Simon bail, he might somehow, some way, twat or ridicule the ongoing investigation by reaching out to other suspects or posting something on his social media platform. So we understand this very first requirement. But the second one, it's something that is highly insultive in nature. Yes. What is the second requirement or the second demand made by the Finnish authorities? Well, take a look at this. Mr. Simon was instructed through his lawyer that if he wants a bail and a tentative bail, that he must come out and make a public address using a Finnish media. Yes, Mr. Simon must come out using a Finnish press or a Finnish media and make a particular statement and a particular publication. So the question here is, what is that particular publication? Well, take a look at this. Simon must come out and talk or preach about one Nigeria. Yes, if Mr. Simon wants to receive full bail, he must come out on a live TV channel in Finland or a media house or outlet in Finland and preach and push the message of one Nigeria and unity in that press or that TV channel. Yes, this came as a shocker because nobody was expecting this particular requirement coming from the Finnish government. This feels and sounds like something the Nigerian government would have told the Finnish government to tell Mr. Simon to do before he will be granted bail. This doesn't make sense. You can't force somebody that doesn't want to talk about a particular topic. You can't force him to come on air on the live TV and preach about one Nigeria and how he wants to start supporting the one Nigeria movement. This feels like an insult to the whole of the USB citizens and his supporters, because this doesn't make sense in any way, shape or form. You can't tell somebody to come out on a live TV channel and talk about a topic he has no interest in. So as you can see, this is the second requirement made by the Finnish authorities that Mr. Simon must meet. And that is not even all. Let's take a look at the third requirement. Well, this third one is about the sit-at-home in the southeastern region of Nigeria. The government of Finland are asking Mr. Simon to come on air and call off any form of sit-at-home in the southeast region. Yes, Mr. Simon, still using a media outlet in Finland, will come on air and publicly call off all forms of sit-at-home in any way, shape or form, in all ramifications in the southeastern region of Nigeria. This happens to be a very serious one. But I think this is not actually too serious when you look at it from a different point of view. This is something Simon can do. He can actually call off the sit-at-home in the southeastern region of Nigeria, because that particular sit-at-home and that particular civil disobedience has affected the economy of the southeastern region of Nigeria immensely, and we need to call off this particular sit-at-home. And this is something Simon can do. Yes, it's something he can do, unlike coming out on air and saying that he wants one Nigeria, he wants unity, he wants full cooperation in Nigeria and whatsoever. That's a topic Simon has no interest in. Moving on swiftly, let's take a look at the fourth requirement needed by the Päijät-Häme District Court and the government of Finland. Yes, the fourth requirement is that Simon will occasionally visit and report himself to a closest police station domiciled in Suomi, Lahti. Yes, this is actually very, very simple. That Simon must sign a document that states categorically that if he gets bail, he must report to a police station very, very close to his locality or very close to his home, which is actually something that I think he can do. He can actually report himself to a police station and sign every time he visits there. So what is the fifth requirement? Well, the fifth one here is travel restrictions. Yes, the government of Finland told Simon that if you want to receive bail, we are going to take your passport. Yes, we'll take your Finnish passport, we'll keep it in our custody, and you won't be able to travel or leave the country at your own will. You won't be able to leave Suomi, Lahti. You must stay within Lahti and always report yourself to a police station nearest to him. This is coming from the government of Finland, and we are just only analyzing the reportage we've received. Yes. But then, what do we think about this whole requirement and listing? Well, some of the requirements actually make sense, like the one he has to report to the police station, the parts where his travel documents will be seized and kept in the Finnish custody. It makes total sense and absolute sense. But the parts where they said he has to talk about one Nigeria, he have to come on air on a live broadcast and tell the region, the southeastern region of Nigeria, that he, Simon, the leader of the USB movement, doesn't want the USB to exist anymore, but instead they should all collapse their structure and support the existing union. Well, this is highly insulting in nature, because you can't tell a man what to do. You can't condition a man's mindset to do something that he doesn't want to do at that particular point in time. You can't tell a man to come on air on a live TV and make statements contradictory to his own belief. Yes. So it's actually simple. If you want to grant this man bail, grant him an outright bail. And all these requirements of coming out on air and making statements that he doesn't believe in, it's not necessary at this point in time. This smells and feels like the government of Nigeria has somehow, some way, they have their hands in this particular listing made by the Finnish authorities and the Finnish government. Anyways, moving on swiftly, something happened a couple of days back that got the attention of the sitting president of the most powerful nation of the world. Yes, the president of the USA has done something, and he has signed and approved a particular body domiciled in the USB government. Yes, the president of the USA has approved a particular body, and the question here is, what is this body and what is this organization? Well, just in case you don't know, the USB Liberation Army has officially been recognized by the president of the most powerful nation of the world. And in our previous video, we extensively explained what has happened behind the scenes and how the president got to know about this army. Yes, anyways, if you want to watch that video and get full updates, better picture and a clearer info, we have that video showing right now on your screen.
We are winning the fight, whether they like it or not. And I believe that this video is making a lot of sense. Anyway, before I proceed, please, if you watch this video finish, I didn't share it, you are an enemy to this Biafran struggle. If you watch this video finish and you still not yet subscribe to my channel, you are an enemy to me. In fact, let me borrow this word. You are an ungrateful watcher. Let me not call you ungrateful human being, because I have not been with you, I have not done anything with you, but you are an ungrateful watcher. When you watch this, you didn't subscribe. Hey, sorry, my people. Anyway, wonderful people, I welcome you all to this episode titled "This is Total Madness." So, Finland court have insulted the whole Biafrans and insulted Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, and that is what we are here to discuss with all of you. The video is just with what finished now. I have teach us a lot of things. Now look at the condition they are giving, or look at what they want us to do, and look at what they don't want us to do. But notwithstanding, we are still going to be what? Victorious. He has shifted the court now from May to June. What is really happening? That is the question we all need to ask ourselves. Oh, maybe they are waiting for Simon Ekpa to agree on that 5 stringent conditions for him to be freed, or for him to be bailed. Not free, to bail on that 5 stringent condition. You collect passport, you are going to address the Southeasterners, stating that let us maintain peace, let us maintain one Nigeria. All I see on this sense is that money have a changed hands, or crude oil have a changed hands. They have given these people money that make themselves, they are even behaving like mumu, because the condition they are giving to Simon Ekpa is like giving the whole Biafrans condition how to live their life, which is very, very bad. You cannot detect. Look at, can you imagine Finland? Finland of 5 million people detecting what a government and a country of over 80 million people should do. Is that not madness? This is total madness from the side of Alex Toop and the so-called Strigent district court, or family court, or whatever they call it. This is absurd. This is total. I mean, this is unacceptable. Can you imagine that? Yesterday is the rumor of Simon Ekpa and I mean Kineko. Maybe that rumor emanated from that Finland through Nigerian government. Maybe that rumor emanated from them, because after that yesterday, today now we are seeing this one. Now they are giving him 5 conditions. You know, they have granted Simon Ekpa what they call a tentative bail. In other words, he have just 1 week to stay with them, and then they will free him to go back home, stay with his family, address some issues that have been disturbing. I mean, maybe like coming online now to differentiate who the real government is and who the real the fake government is in this struggle of Biafrans. Then before he can then go back for the trial to continue. That is what I understood according to my findings when I begin to ask. Even self-dictionary and Google says don't even have answers to that. But what I understood, that tentative bail means maybe they are giving 1 week or 2 weeks, just let him just sort things out, meet with his family, with foes, with friends, well-wishers, get some funds out there before the trial then begins. But I don't understand the kind of condition they are giving to him now after granting him a tentative bail. Nigeria government or APC, whatever they cannot do does not exist in any way. I am very happy that when you watch that video finish, you are going to also interpret it to your own understanding, because everybody's understanding is not the same. Mine can never be the same with your own, and that is the way this life is. But I can assure you, it is a move on that direction. The questions I want us to be asking is this: why are they shifting the court after 6 months awaiting trial? No any court appearance. Then they have shifted it. It means now that now Finland now and Nigeria government there is no any difference. Even Nnamdi Kanu is even going to court. Nnamdi Kanu have a court on this month, from 29th to 29th, 2nd, 4th, and 6th, to decide his fate. In fact, to free Martin Nnamdi Kanu. My question then is, why then are they keeping Simon Ekpa from May, that we have been waiting for since last year November? Now they have shifted it to June. Maybe when you get to June now, they will tell us now it has been shifted to the end of the year. The question there now is, what day are they really striking on the back of Biafrans that we are not aware of? Because I'm very sure that since Simon Ekpa have been out there, or they have incarcerated him, a lot of signings, a lot of documents have been passing hand. I don't know what they are trying to sign with Nigerian government, but I can tell you, the whole world have already known that Nigeria and Finland have no any extradition treaty. So if you come out tomorrow now and tell us that they have secured a treaty to extradite Simon Ekpa from Finland to Nigeria, then if you have anything to say, they were going to tell Finland. But Finland should be very, very careful in dealing with the Biafrans. It's just a blow, and Finland they will vanish from this surface of this earth, not minding where they stay. They should be very, very careful. They should not forget that even where they get their independence is a very, very big threat and enemy to them. And Biafra have every right to rehearse with any country that is very close to them, give them free oil and free gas. And then that place becomes a history. It is not a threat. We're only advising them to do the needful. And we're not inciting anybody against any country or against any president. But let the right thing be done. You cannot cage somebody simply because on the basis of he make an online terrorism like this, like that. But the real terrorists are in Nigeria killing my people every day. And the government of Finland are watching it every day by day. And they say nothing about it. And they're telling me that Finland is not corrupt. Say Finland now, even say Finland is more corrupt than Nigeria. Because if you agree to do anything with the Nigerian government, in fact, your own have finished. The reputation of Finland globally have been reduced to nothing. All in the hands of Nigerian government and their bribery and their corruption. Let us just take a few reactions on this message and then we'll round up the show. Don't forget, I, Okulora, is here to serve you. Like, share, comment, and keep subscribing for more interesting videos. Here are the comments that follow this video. Emmanuel Onyema said, they are lying, he will not accept any condition. Patricia said, money have exchanged hands. This is unbelievably. Was it him that caused it at home in the first place? The answer is no. He only maintained the status quo. Abby said, Oga, keep your update to yourself. We don't want. Samuel said, even if Simon call it off, they sit at home, it will not hold any water because we, the Biafran people, have gone beyond that point in our struggle. Mr. Man, are you sure of all these things you are saying? My dear, go and verify. Okay, Mba said the Finland court now is reading Nigerian script. Yes, they write script and give to them. Timothy said this is unbelievable. Can Finnish stoop too low to allow corrupted Nigeria government mess their reputation up? They have already done that already. In fact, they have succeeded. Chuko said he will never accept those conditions as a leader. If you know the kind of condition they have offered Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or they want him to accept before they will free him, and they tell them, I better remain here than to accept your stringent conditions. So Simon Ekpa will also toe that line. We know our people. Don't look at all these sellouts of sabos. We know those who will stand their ground even at the point of death. Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu is one of them. Chimo said Ekpa is not responsible for the sit at home, so please mind the way you associate him. Godwin said the Finland government is not almighty God. Today they have power to decide Simon Ekpa's case, and tomorrow another power can decide for them, and that is true. Nneka said if he calls off sit at home in Finnish language, who will hear him? The sit at home has gone beyond Simon Ekpa. It is a survival instinct of the people fighting annihilation. Every say, why did the Finland not reach one Soviet Union? My people, may we end it here. More of this, and see out there if you want to read more comments. But I would like to hear your opinion on this matter as we proceed. Make sure that this message goes viral so that people will understand what Finland are demanding from Simon Ekpa, the United States of Biafra Prime Minister. Abu Rabak, Kemesiano.